Hey guys, it's Booligan with Airsoft Retreat, BooliganAirsoft.com, and Airsoft Insider Magazine. I frequently get asked what type of gear and what kind of loadouts I run for some of the games that I attend, and I realize I've never really put together an actual loadout video, so I figured it was time to do so. So what we're going to look at today is one of my most common rigs and setups that I wear. This is my Multicam heavy rig. Now, what this is generally designed around is something that is going to be running AR type mag, so standard mag compatibility because of the pouches that I have set up, as well as something that I can run multicam with, obviously. That is really my preferred camouflage of choice, especially because out here in Utah, where I play primarily, the brush and the scrub and the mountain stuff really does very well with multicam type patterns. So, starting with the base layer, we are running a very inexpensive, cheap knockoff Crye Precision type suit. It has the integrated elbow pads, it has the integrated knee pads, and the rig is actually held up really well. The uniform has held up quite well. It matches pretty well. It's just a little bit lighter, especially from all the washing that I've done with it. I've had this thing for a few years now, and aside from splitting the seam in the crotch, which I fixed quite a few times, the thing is held up great. It's got all the appropriate Velcro for, mounting patches and whatnot, and fits pretty well. The only problem is these things are generally available in China sizes, which means me, who I'm a large and most things, have to run an XL or an XXL for it to properly fit, especially because I'm tall. The rig itself is a little bit special and is something that you probably aren't going to see on the airsoft field very often. The base rig is made by Eagle Industries, and it is a custom rig for a company called Stractech, which makes this. Some of you guys may have seen this in some of my videos. You guys may have seen me wear it on the field. It is called the Fast System, not to be confused with the Fast Mags. Those are something very different. This thing looks like a claymore strapped to my chest here a little bit. It is kind of like a Pez dispenser for magazines. It's a magazine. Now, it is a real steel product designed for real steel magazine. As we all know, airsoft magazines are not the same size as real steel magazines. There are some size differences. But we loaded up with some G&G high caps to give you kind of an idea of how it works. Now, it works well if you do it quick, but I'll try to do it slow so you can see what we're doing. It is a spring-loaded system that has 3 magazines in it. So when you pull one out, by pulling it, getting it in your hand, and moving it up to your gun, the next one slides into place. So you only have one reference point. If I need a magazine, I don't have to look down, oh, where am I? I just grab it, and I've got a mag. Now, there's some of those struggles there, because it is designed for real magazines, not airsoft magazines. But it still works pretty well. To reload it, you basically just put the mag back in, and you're back in business. And again, your mag changes can just be quick, like that. Pretty damn quick, if I say so myself. The rest of the rig, we've got some Condor double shingles here. So we've got 4 bags here, so a total of 7 on this rig as it currently sits. And an Eagle Industries multicam triple pouch back here that you'll see I've got 2 empty pouches and one is running a sidearm as a very poor man's holster, but for my use it actually works pretty well. These other 2 pouches I can use for a radio, for comm equipment, to hold grenades, to hold extra magazines if I think it's something that I'm going to be heavy on mags. I can put this in an actual holster because this sits enough that my belt is still exposed, sits high enough, so I can run a holster that way. On the left side we've got another general purpose pouch here, which has a kill rag in it, as well as a general first aid kit. I can also throw my comms in here if I need to. And on the back, we've got a dump pouch, which also has a kill rag on it. I actually have 3 kill rags on my person with this rig, and I'll show you the third one in just a second. On the back, for hydration purposes, you see we have a Camelback Pactine, which lines up right here, so when I get thirsty, just get a drink. Works really well. On this side, we've got an Energizer Hard Case Tactical Light. My gloves are giving me some problems here because of some flaking on part of my gear. This light is not particularly bright. It's good for navigation and stuff like that, but it hinges up kind of like a variation of those old 90-degree flashlights, only much smaller. It is retained with some elastic here, so in case it pops off, if I need to change a battery, I'm not going to lose it. But the cool feature of this light is that it actually has an IFF beacon on it. So if I'm playing a game where there's night vision in use, I just have to flip this little switch right here, and I have the little beacon right here that's going to flash infrared light so that they know that I'm a friendly. Unless, of course, the enemy has night vision, then I will keep that off and risk getting shot. As I mentioned, I've got another kill rag, which is this little guy right here, my Elite Force pull unit. If I get shot, I have a kill rag on my person, gun up, I'm not going to get shot by anyone else. We'll tuck that away later. For now, we'll just tuck it right there. For gloves, more often than not, I'm going to be running line of fire point man gloves. I love these things, they're comfortable. I rode them, or I use them for my motorcycle riding. I use them for airsoft, I use them for working on cars. These things are great, and they have this really adhesive, it's not adhesive, but it's a high friction material that, as you can see, has picked up a piece of fuzz from something and will not let it go. You get a very, very good weapons retention with it, and you actually can get this special tags material tape and put it on your gun, put it on your gear, and it'll be even higher friction. But these things, I mean, they stick extremely well together, and you are the king of giving people Indian burns. Headgear will depend on what I am playing, what type of game and where I am playing. If it's outdoors, generally I'll be wearing something like a ball cap or a boonie cap. I'm going to be trying out one of these. You saw in another video, Phantom Gear face strap should do pretty good. I'm not too worried about the top of my head if I'm in an outdoor place. If I get shot in the head, it is what it is. What I am more concerned about in CQB and things like that is a proper helmet. Now, the helmet that I run when I'm doing indoor or CQB play, or if I'm playing outdoors in a place that is going to have hard obstacles, this is not just a cosmetic helmet. It is an actual, it's a Giro bevel ski helmet, and I love it. I use it when I go skiing. I've got a GoPro mount up there, and this thing has saved my butt on more than one occasion, both while skiing as well as on the airsoft field. I've taken a couple of nasty falls, especially during my Fear Factory games, and this thing has probably helped me from getting a concussion. It's wired for sound. It's got headphones in it, 3 little earbuds here. That's mainly for skiing. Generally in an airsoft game, I'll be running an actual comm set, usually a Code Red CQB headset because it's very low profile and I like it. For goggles, you're going to see me generally running Revision Wolf Spiders. I forgot what they were. Revision Wolf Spiders are my most common goggle that I wear, and I'll wear them over my glasses. However, I have a smaller, lower profile pair of glasses other than these. So that is my most common loadout that you will see. If I'm running an AR, generally this is what I'm going to wear. It's not too heavy, but it's my heaviest loadout. I tend to run very light loadouts, and I think we'll do more videos of these down the line looking at some of my other loadouts to give you an idea of what I might be running if I'm not running the heavy rig. Be sure to check out all of my reviews of a lot of this stuff on Booligan Airsoft and Airsoft Retreat. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.